Yes, this is option 2 of what could Trova Vidal's LP next one be. Yes, Vanguard Bandits. I was looking around for various games that I had, not tried, and I love strategy RPGs and normal RPGs, and I'm always looking for new ones, and I happened to be just looking around on a list of just PS1 games, and I happened to stumble across this one, and it looked really interesting. It got, very good responses. People seem to really enjoy it, even though it doesn't seem to be very well known. It's a strategy RPG taking place in a pseudo-medieval time, because, we got mechas and magic and stuff, but it's more based on politics and such. So, I've heard it has a really solid system, a lot of fun characters, a good story, and, it just seems something, interesting to try. Now, unlike my other two options, this would be a blind run, as in, I've never played this game at all. And, I don't know if that makes it more exciting or more of a turnoff for you, but hey, it's one of those options. I'll probably eventually play it, just like any of the other games, but this is just to decide what I'm going to do next. I'll probably let it go up into the trailer section. It'll show a bit of the gameplay, which you move the people on an isometric map, kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics. But when the combat comes in, it does a little sort of cutscene almost fighting, where Fire Emblem or Shining Force 2, where it does a close-up and it's the two people dueling it out, and it has much better animation and everything. So yeah. That's kind of how the game plays out. It's very difficult. Well, I don't know, very difficult. I'm sure people beat it as like, oh, this thing isn't that tough. But for someone who's never played it, it's supposed to be pretty challenging. Because there's no random battles, EXP is kind of hard to come by. And, especially if you've never played through it, you don't know who you're going to have and who you're not going to have. And if you beef up somebody you're not going to even have in the final battles, then the people you didn't participate earlier aren't going to be as powerful, and yeah, so it should be quite a challenge and should be quite interesting for both you and me for a playthrough, since neither of us know what to expect unless you've played the game before, which then you can decide if you want to see someone stumbling through it or not. It's going to show some of the battle scenes. I can tell you what we're talking about. So, if you want to see me attempt to play Vanguard Bandits, hit me up with a PM or a comment on this or the video that this is linked to, and I will tally them all up and we'll see which one will be the next LP. I mean, it's another strategy RPG, turn-based one, so it's not going to be as different, style-wise, I suppose, from Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics, but it has a different theme and, different story and all kinds of stuff that people might not be used to. So, all these things to take in consideration. So that'll be the end of the Vanguard Bandits promo. Possibly my next LP. Later, everybody. With epic mecha fighting and isometric movement.